Hi guys, I decided to go live for a little bit today on my front porch, like I do in the morning sometimes. Got my new black acoustic guitar here. Anyway, I decided to chat with you guys a little bit and have my guitar here. Like I demonstrated last night, I did like 9 shorts, and I did a live thing where I explained that I synced up my right and left hand yesterday, so I got that down. Thank you to the guy person that commented. People will start when this guy syncs his hands up. People will start burning their guitars because that was the advice and inspiration that it took to get me to think about that. Now I was picking too fast for my left hand to keep up. And once I realized that I was doing such a thing or doing that, and thought about it, I just decided to slow down my picking so that it matches the speed of my left hand, and then it worked. So, and also I got that from a comment, which means I do listen to them and read them. So, and not all of them, but when the right one hits me, I go ahead with it, you know. You guys like my rap I did in front of Global Love with my friends? The rap version of Black Boy Blues. I thought it was cool. I like to learn some. I used to know the intro to "Be With You" by Mr. Big. It would be cool if I could pull that out right now, but it was like about 10 years ago that I learned that. I don't remember it anymore. All I want is that I just want to be the next one to be with you. Street shipping. Anyway, guitar is a very beautiful thing. It's not the greatest instrument in the universe because we are. Human beings are the greatest instruments in the universe. Not creators in the universe, but instruments. But guitar is a very beautiful instrument as well. Oh yeah, if I could do Faith right now. I did that on my channel by George Michael a long time ago, like a year ago or something, and I don't think I remember that one either. That'd be cool to break out now. You know, nice. If I could touch your body, I know not everybody's got a body like you. Oh, I can think of yesterday, you know, things you had, boys, room to live on, close that ocean, or I jump my heart up off the floor. Need my sinners, my foolish notions, take one lyrics, but George Michael was so cool, man. Healthy as heck, and you couldn't beat him really in the mid '80s or something. It's hard to beat that dude. He was a college kid at Harvard College, and all these rock icons are walking around the world, walking around all over the world. And I was just like, dude, I'm just a Harvard College student. You guys are great, Too bad a lot of them aren't here now. And even Eddie Van Halen and a lot of the guys aren't even here now. So I guess my thought is if someone has to speak for them, it might be me, but I'm not trying to take their place. Like, who would try that, right? I mean, Freddie Mercury's gone, Eddie Van Halen's gone, Alan Holdsworth is gone. A lot of rock stars are gone right now. So I'm just trying to keep the flow going with rock and roll. If I can keep the rock and roll going, it'd be a good thing I could do with my life. Right? Anyway, I'm gonna chat a little bit. That was guitar. I think you guys can tell that I really do enjoy guitar. I put my heart and my heart into what I do when I play guitar. I mean what I'm playing. That's half of it to me. It's meaning what you do, meaning what you play. Somebody's in the front thing. Where are they going? They're just turning around. That's cool. Whatever. Backing up what you do and what you play with your what you feel with your gut. Like you're doing the right thing and you believe in what you do and you believe in what you're playing or singing. Then if the people like it or don't, it's great if they do, and I hope they do. I get that. But if they don't, at the end of the day, you did what you believed in, and you stood up for what you believed in. They can't. It's hard to take that from somebody, Anyway, would you guys like me to talk a little? Yeah. Maybe I should just chat a little bit here. I'm not just a guitar. Yeah, the thing with Matt. I've already talked about it. I'm not going to go on too much about it. I don't think he basically. I had to log him out of my email account. He literally had my email password, so he wasn't just logged in one time on with my help. He knew the password to log in on its own anytime he wanted. In fact, I'm going to confess something that that may not be known, but I think I'm the one that's going to break it. When he was in my email account, he also could be in my YouTube channel, and he spoke as me on a lot of comments that I don't even know what he said, and he was saying it as me. You guys, a lot of the comments where he was battling my haters for me, or supposedly battling my haters for me, because he became a hater himself. But whatever. That wasn't me. I don't even know what he said. He said he was just trying to, back me up or have my back or try to get rid of the haters or whatever, or deal with them. And he thought he had a sharp tongue, so he was kind of thought he was. I kind of think he thought he had an ego thing about it too. Like, oh, I'm good, Jimmie. I'm getting rid of your haters because I really know how to argue or talk. So a lot of the old comments when I was with the moderator that look like they're mine, I may not even know what was even said. So that the moderator took, and so but on the other hand, he had access to my email account, and so when it went south with him, was when the Jimmy Fallon thing came up, and we had a disagreement about that. And and then not only that, but I decided since we were disagreeing, I would take Amy, my girlfriend, to the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, rather than the moderator. I wasn't going to take him. And whatever happened, he got jealous or something, and started playing the card of, who's your best friend, who's been there for you, who's helped you. And once they do that, they're being selfish with their love and wanting something back from you. I realized in a heartbeat that I couldn't trust them anymore. So I all I had was my phone. I didn't have a laptop to do this. I was on a walk, and I decided I got to lock them out. And it's got to be quick and fast. It's got to be fast, otherwise he'll catch on to it, and it might be harder because he's an IT guy. He works in IT for a living. So I quickly logged him out, changed my password, blocked him on my phone, deleted him as a contact, but I have his number memorized. And then thinking that he was going to just go away, the next thing you know, he's harassing me on my YouTube channel. So then I had to do the same thing. I had to report him on that, and hide his comments because I don't want to. I don't want to even read what he says. I don't want to hear from him. So, but then to make full circle, some things come full circle in life. To make it full circle, one of my semi haters, but he may not. He's not. He may not be completely a hater, but he's on that spectrum. Said that the moderator and I had magic together. Like they miss us, or we had a magic when we were together, on working on the music. And so he said to try to get him back, as a co-worker, or whatever you want to call it, collaborator. So I said I'd consider it. I'll keep my mind open to it. If he, I won't say that could never happen. I just don't see it happening with that. I'm not God. I don't know the future. You never know. I'll keep an open mind about that though. And I appreciate my commenters. The haters are kind of giving me some. Even the haters help me think about maybe they're right. Maybe I got to do something different. In fact, the comments about syncing up my right and left hands was kind of he was telling me something I needed to do that I wasn't doing right, but that doesn't make him wrong. And the fact that he said people are going to burn my guitars when I do it made me realize that he's actually trying to give me a compliment. So since he put it that way, and I thought of it as a nice thing, I said, what the heck, I'll just go try to sync up my right and left hands. So next time I picked up a guitar, I thought to myself, which hand is out of sync here? And I thought, wait a minute, I'm picking way faster than my left hand can keep up with. So why don't I just slow the picking down and match it with the left hand? And I had it, and I can sync my hands now. And it feels like I've been waiting 30 years almost to do that, because I was into picking 29 years ago, and it's like it took me 29 years to sync it up once I learned alternate picking. Then again, I only had a teacher. I only had a guitar teacher for 2 years in my whole life, the last 2 years of high school. And other than that, I'm totally self-taught. So no, I'm not. I took 2 years of lessons. I admit that. I did take lessons. So Tom Franks was my teacher. He was great, and I had 3 mentors: John Harrelson, DJ Alverson, and Chris Chapman. They would help me and teach me for free at times. So I had lots of good help in high school. But once I went to college and dropped out of lessons, and then came back after I dropped out of college, LOL. The Tom Franks wasn't there anymore. No, he was there for a while. He was there anyway. And I asked him. I said, Tom, I got a new influence. Who do you think it is? And he guessed everybody, dude. He guessed Ingrid Malmsteen, Stanley Jordan, Because the last I told him that my influence was Alan Holdsworth, so he expected me to have a high bar there. Like I'm gonna go for who's gonna be my influence after Alan Holdsworth. But when he finally gave up guessing, I said Randy Rhoads. Randy Rhoads is my new guy, and he was my influence until like this year. Until 2023, I should say, when I decided to move on. Now my big influence is Eddie Van Halen. He's my dude. But I don't forget Randy, and I don't underestimate his impact on rock and roll, and the interesting dynamic between him and Eddie Van Halen that made rock and roll interesting in the early '80s was really important. In other words, even Eddie needed Randy to exist also. Eddie wasn't supposed to rule the guitar world single-handed with an iron fist. That wasn't meant for one person. Randy was supposed to come along and ride his tail a little bit and challenge him. And some people, in some ways, Randy was even better than Eddie. You face it. Let's just say it. Randy was technically better than Eddie, I think, but he didn't invent tapping, and Eddie did. So there's that. Plus, they needed the difference between the two. Eddie was rock and roll and bluesy, and Randy was heavy metal and classical. You need that push and pull in art, in music. And in fact, it exists in one person sometimes. What about Ritchie Blackmore with Deep Purple? He was bluesy, but he had classical technique. What about Dokken, George Lynch? He can play blues, but he also has a classical stroke in him. I like that. I like mixing the two. It makes it interesting. It's like an alchemy between blues and classical, or another way of saying it, rock and roll and heavy metal. I tend to veer toward rock and roll, but dude, I love heavy metal. In fact, I'm getting more heavy metal as I get more knowledge about music. As I learn more about music and get better as a player, LOL, heavy metal starts to creep into my style because I can do it. If I can do it and I like the sound of it, what's stopping me? So I like heavy metal also. In fact, I could see myself being either. I could see myself being a metal player, but I like blues and rock and roll too. So that's not going to totally happen, I don't think. Think of, because I like funky things like Nino Betancourt with Extreme. I mean, he wasn't heavy metal, but you got to give that guy. That guy was great. With the funk and the blues, and I like that. I have swag, but yet I also like classical music and I like heavy metal. So I like to bang my head and I like to have swag. Swag bang. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. Anyway, so is there anything else to talk about? Let me just think about it here. I'm just thinking. I don't want to miss something. Let me think. Is there a topic? You guys realize that this year will be my 40th high school reunion if I go, but even if I don't go, that would be the year of my. This is the year of my 40th high school reunion or graduation. So that means I graduated 40 years ago this year. And I graduated at 17, and 17 and 40 is 57, and that's how old I am, so the math works out. I don't know if I don't know if I should go to it, but maybe I doubt if I will, but if the right opportunity comes and I feel like it, I might just crash the party, Just measure myself up to all the people that they went to school with, and, if it might be fun and interesting, and it'd be fun to see if there's a billionaire in the room. There's always one of those. And then it'd be fun to see how healthy and fit, and how good everybody looks or not. Saying, right? Some people, not everybody takes care of themselves over the years, and some people could be really like they might have been really popular in high school or something, and you see with the 40th reunion, they might be a mess. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? And I was just this nobody in high school. I was nobody, nobody, and now I might run the room if I went, but we'll see. I might not go. So anyway, should I do one more song? I don't know. Should I play on the guitar a little bit more? Let me think here. Yeah, there's good and bad, and there's bad and good. I can see things about Matt that I miss as far as him being my producer and co-collaborator. But you know what? It doesn't work if there's disrespect and lack of trust. That trumps. No attention to Donald. That trumps video count and plays and views and all that we might have had together. If I can't trust a dude and he doesn't respect me because he obviously thinks, it seems to me he thinks he's the alpha dog in the room, and he's not. If anything, we're equals, and if anything, and that's it. That's if I give him that. I might even be the one that it should be. I should have more say than he gives me credit for. I have a feeling. So So it wouldn't be just a one-way street. He'd have to do something different too, for me to let him back in and have us be a thing. I can't have somebody that thinks that they're the hot thing in the room, and I can't trust him, and he doesn't respect me. Fine. See you later, Matt. I don't need anybody, much less a dude. You get that right. I can want somebody like a girl, but I don't need them. But I can really want them and hurt. And a dude, I don't need. I just could collaborate with, but I don't need a dude. This is fine. Go ahead, do your thing. But my mind is open. I keep an open mind. If somehow it works out where he can come back and he respects me this time, and I somehow know I can trust him. LOL. I mean, how would I know that? I mean, I would have to be convinced he's trustworthy. I'll keep my mind open about it, and I'll work with him if it works out. How about that? And anyway, I'm looking forward to the Stephen Colbert show. I'm looking for, and I got and plus I'm looking forward to the Jimmy Fallon show if it happens. And I got another email from a guy that wants me to collaborate on an EP he's making, and I got back to him. If you email me and you're legit, I'll get back to you. I get back to all my requests. So this one dude wants me to play on his guitar on his EP with him, and I went right back and said, sure. You have to make the second move. You have to come back to me. You have to see what you want. Make sure it becomes a thing. So anyway, love you guys. Peace, rock and roll.